You hit send on a message, and it arrives almost instantly. Simple, right? Well, behind that one little check mark is a global system that is incredibly complex. So let's pull back the curtain and see how WhatsApp actually pulls off this magic trick every single day.
I mean, have you ever really stopped to think about it? How does your message actually get from your thumb to your friend's screen, who could be halfway across the planet, in less time than it takes to blink? To really get a handle on the challenge here, you have to appreciate the sheer scale we're talking about. This isn't thousands or millions of messages. WhatsApp is handling over 100 billion messages every single day. That is just an absolutely mind-boggling number.
So how on earth do they manage all that? Well, the best way to understand it is to forget about code and servers for a minute. Instead, we're going to follow the journey of just one single message through what you can think of as a massive, secret, digital postal service.
Okay, so the journey for your message starts right here at the digital post office. The moment you press send, your message doesn't fly straight to your friend. Nope. Its very first stop is a WhatsApp server, which acts like a giant, super fast sorting center.
But these aren't your typical post offices, not by a long shot. The secret sauce to WhatsApp's incredible reliability is how they're built. They use a special programming language called Erlang, which was originally made for telephone systems. And think about it, phone exchanges have to handle millions of calls at once, and they can never go down. Erlang brings that exact same rock-solid stability to messaging. It's really the bedrock of the whole system.
Okay, so the message has made it to the post office. Now what? How does it get there from your phone? And then how does it get to your friend? This is where WhatsApp gets really, really clever. It's all about creating a non-stop delivery route with a dedicated connection. Let's just compare the two ways of doing things. The old way was like your phone constantly poking the server, asking, "Got anything for me? Hey, is there a message yet? How about now?" It's just not very efficient. The WhatsApp way is completely different. It's like having your own personal mail carrier permanently stationed right at your front door, ready to hand you a letter the very instant it shows up. That's why it all feels so instantaneous.
But that all works great if your friend is online. What happens if the mail carrier shows up and nobody's home? What if your friend's phone is switched off or they don't have any signal? The message doesn't just vanish into thin air.
So the solution has a bit of a techie name. It's called a message queue. But really, you can just think of it as a waiting room for your messages. It's a system designed specifically to hold on to them safely until they can be delivered.
Yeah, it's exactly like a personal mailbox. The server holds your message securely in this queue until your friend's phone comes back online. The moment it does, the server delivers everything waiting in that mailbox. And that is the very instant you see that second check mark pop up on your screen.
All right, so far we've just been talking about text messages. They're like sending a postcard. They're small, they're light, they're easy. But what about sending a huge, high-resolution video? That should be like trying to ship a grand piano, right? It should be slow and clunky. So how does WhatsApp make these giant files feel so fast?
They do it with this really elegant three-step trick. Instead of trying to mail the actual piano, first, your photo gets uploaded to a secure storage locker up in the cloud. Next, a tiny little key for that locker is sent to your friend through the normal super-fast message system. And finally, their phone uses that key to go directly to the locker and download the photo itself.
And that's the whole secret. That is the reason you can send a massive video file almost as quickly as you can send the word OK. You're not actually sending the big, clunky file through the chat. You're just sending that tiny, super lightweight key. So we've talked about speed, we've talked about reliability, but there is one last piece of this puzzle, and honestly, it's the most critical one, making sure that your digital letter is a truly secret letter. The difference here is just night and day. Without encryption, sending a message is like sending a postcard. Anyone who handles it along the way can just flip it over and read what you wrote. But with WhatsApp's end-to-end encryption, it becomes a sealed letter written in a secret code that only you and your friend have the unique keys to unlock. And here's the kicker. This privacy is built right into the architecture of the system. The digital post office, WhatsApp's own servers. They can see the envelope and the address, but they have absolutely no way to open it and read what's inside. It means even WhatsApp itself cannot read your messages. So let's put it all together one more time. We followed the whole journey.
The digital post office, well, that's really just WhatsApp's servers. The dedicated mail carrier is that always-on persistent connection. The personal mailbox is the message queue for when you're offline. The secure locker and key is their clever trick for media delivery. And of course, the secret code is that all-important end-to-end encryption.
It's pretty amazing, right? A complete masterclass in engineering, all hidden behind an interface so simple you don't even think about it. Which kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other simple app on your phone is hiding its own secret world of complexity just underneath the surface?